My name is Tara Plamondon, and I just wanted to tell you a story about my star charts. I have 3 of them. Please excuse, I have notes. I get nervous and I forget everything. So, my husband and I met when we were only 8 years old. I was new to a little private school of maybe 50 students from kindergarten to grade 12. So a little blonde girl named Joanne was told to show me around the school and introduce me to everyone. Along the way, we came to a small group of boys. They were talking. She began to make the introductions. Kevin, Sonny, Chris. Whew. When he turned around and I saw those big brown eyes under that big mop of blonde hair, I was starstruck. There were stars in my eyes for that boy, and he didn't even give me a second glance. All I got was a, hey, crushed. It was crushed. But life goes on. We were friendly. You have to be in a school that small. But that's all there ever was back then. When we were about 13 years old, Chris's family, along with a few other families, left the school due to, let's just say, creative differences. Those of us who remained called it the Great Exodus, because when your school's that small and a quarter of them leave, that's what it is. But I never forgot him. When my friends and I would talk about our perfect love story, I would always say that mine would be falling in love with someone that I had known my whole life, and the timing just wasn't right. And then sometime in the future, you meet up with them and you just fall in love. As if that happens outside of movies. And I was always thinking of him when I said it. When I decided that my dog needed a middle name for those times that you have to call someone by their first and middle name, I decided Christopher was an appropriate name. So my dog became Zorro Christopher. And 20 trips around the sun later, when Facebook was all the rage, Chris was the first person I tried to find. It took some time, but I did find him. Even went for coffee with him. But again, no spark from him, although I was pretty sure my heart was going to beat out of its chest. And again, life goes on, we were friendly, blah, blah, blah. A couple of bad relationships and a few more trips around the sun later, I was a mess. I was getting out of a bad relationship and just wanted to talk to someone who had been through something similar and know that they had gotten through it alive. So, I had no interest in starting anything romantic with him, or anyone, ever, for that matter. One of the first things we found that we had in common was a love of stars. We both had star chart apps on our phones and argued over which one was better. So over the course of the next year, just friends turned into best friends. We had people asking all the time if we were a couple, and I gave everybody the same answer. He doesn't even know I'm a girl. After a year of having a truly awesome friendship, I decided that I needed to move to California to pursue some education that I really wanted to get. Chris and I were talking about it on the phone because he was my best friend. I talked to him about everything. And I just teasingly asked him if he would miss me. Honestly, the rest of the conversation is a blur because all I remember is some humming until the moment when he said, first of all, I do know you're a girl, and second of all, I want to date you. I saw stars again, but that time it was because I was going to faint. We started dating, I met his family, and I met his son. I had a really hard time finding a connection with his son. I had never been a mom, and frankly, I had no idea what I was doing. Until we went out all together late one night with blankets, with lots of snacks, and lots of bug repellent. Because we were going to go stargazing and watch a meteor shower. It was the first time I had ever connected with that little man that I now call my son. I'm not going to cry in this video. And he has changed my world as much as if he were my own. He's now 13, and Chris and I have another little shining star in our lives, a daughter who's 3. To celebrate my family and my anniversary with my husband, I ordered a star chart for Chris, using the GPS coordinates from the church we were married in at the moment we shared our first kiss as husband and wife. The inscription on the chart says, "There were stars in my eyes the day I met you. We were worlds apart for 20 trips under our biggest star. But the stars aligned to bring us together again. So now I thank my stars, my lucky stars, every single day. And I never want to spend another moment under the stars without you." For my son and my daughter, I ordered star charts for the moment they were born, using the GPS coordinates of the hospitals that they were born in, with the title, "He or She Changed the World the Moment They Were Born," and a quote for each of them that makes reference to stars and will hopefully inspire them. I can hardly wait to hang these 3 beautiful star charts. They'll for sure be conversation starters for years to come. Thank you, night sky, for giving me this way to show my husband and kids that they are the world to me and the stars in my sky.